Okay, sorry, I don't know how much it has recorded in the. So you are unable to see the far off things. Why you are unable to see the far off things? I am unable to see the far off things because when the lens demand for the lens is to be slender, my lens is not becoming slender. Okay? So in other ways we say I can see things only up to a distance. So I say my far point, I am not blessed like other children where my far point is infinity. My far point has come near. Far point is the farthest that I can see. Somebody can see 10 feet, I can see only 5 feet. So my far point has come nearer. Now, but we need to make you see both the things. So we have to encash that. So how do we encash that? We first try to understand what is happening. When the rays are coming parallel from a distant object, the image is forming before the retina. So you can't see. But when the rays are coming from a nearby object, the image is forming on the retina and you are having perfect vision. So we now play on that. What we did, we have put a concave lens in front of your eye first. So concave lens is known as the divergent lens. So one way to see is that it has diverged and then it has gone and formed the image out here. But the exact definition is the concave produces an image of the far off object, not far point, far off object at the near point. And the eye is very much capable of seeing anything nearby. Oh yeah, बस देख लिया. Are we fine? ओए पूरा आज ही डस्ट मत फेंक, आज ही नीचे पूरा स्पार्कलिंग क्लीन किया हूँ. एक बार में ड्राइंग करना, दूसरी जगह में लगोगे क्या बच्चे की तरह इरेजर लगाते रहते हो. हाँ या प्लीज.
You said that the far off object is like image of the point it's going to be smaller, what you say. But if I remove my glasses as well, I'm able to see the same size. I mean, how does that work?
That is not exactly same. That is your perception. You are seeing same. With a concave lens, you cannot see same. Take out your glasses and put it right on the picture, on the book. See whether you are seeing same. क्योंकि आप बहुत पास देख रहे हो इसलिए उतना आगे पीछे नहीं हो रहा है आपको.
Okay.
Can myopia be developed or are you born with it anyways?
Myopia, there are 2-3 things. Everything will be born with only. Once you study genetic engineering, you will always study that either of your parent or anyone whoever has myopia. So genes में हम दो चीज बोलते हैं. There's a thing in genes called alleles. Alleles can be dominant or recessive. I'll give you best example. What is my complexion? Dark. Okay. My dad was dark. My mom is not dark. My sister is fair. So the thing is that in my case, I am carrying both the alleles of dark as well as fair complexion. But in my generation, that is when I am born, the dark is more dominant. We say dominant, whereas the fair character is recessive. My next generation, if I have say 2 children, one child may be dark, one child may be fair. And then my fair child is married to another fair person. Their child can also be dark. ये कैरेक्टर सब में रहता है, डोमिनेंट है. तो आपके अगर किसी के भी फैमिली में मायोपिया है तो बाय द डीएनए मायोपियास जीन्स आर देयर इन यू. वेदर इन योर जनरेशन myopia is that gene is dominant or recessive, that will be in your DNA coded. DNA is like your program master. It will tell you किस एज में कब क्या होने वाला है. So it will be coded. और अगर आपके कोडिंग में है आप दिखाओगे. Like say for example, from the time when I have senses, I have seen my mother bifocal, my dad bifocal. My sister had specs. I never had specs. I never had specs till 36-37 years of age. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं था मुझे. बाकायदा देखता था अच्छा. Dad absolutely, मतलब ऐसे लेने से is bifocal, mother bifocal. I never had specs. So it comes like that. Are you understanding? But myopia at a lower age can be corrected by, say if you are suffering with minus 0.25, minus 0.5, they can be corrected. Minus 0.5 up to minus 1 भी correct हो जाता है. But you should be very very systematic. Without the specs, you should not see TV or anything. Problem with girls and all that comes on is you find that if I wear specs खराब और इससे और खराब हो जा रहा है, then starts the cosmetic part. Sir, I'll take contact lenses, I'll do LASIK or I'll do this and that. वो सब कोई help नहीं करेगा. If you have mild myopia, wear specs, and that will cool you off. ठीक है? हाँ.
At the near part. All objects. Because the image is what you see.
No, images form there. इमेज कहां फॉर्म होता है इससे कुछ मतलब नहीं है, आपको तो यहां पे लेना है ना इमेज को, बस. See, try to understand the logic. Don't think that I suddenly start say, if I'm sitting along with Jaideep Das and I ask him, Jaideep, where is the blackboard? He says 10 meter just because I am myopic and now I have specs. If I'm reading your question correct, then Aparna says the board is at 3 meter. No, board for Aparna is still at 10 meter. Aparna has brought the image of the 10 meter board first here and then trying to see here. क्या problem है? I get it through one courier, you are getting it through two couriers. But this does not mean the shipping point has changed for you and me. Are you getting it? इधर दिखना है अपने को, ये clear चाहिए. Right? Eye is a very, very sensitive organ. You should always check your eyes. There are many other tests we do, not only myopia. There's very basic level you are studying myopia and say hypermetropia. There are many other diseases. Some diseases are with relation, like once I have been tested on one, they'll always show you green and red. Have you done green red test? आपको green red इतना red green दिखाते रहेगा, red दिखाते रहेगा, then there will be only red and they'll give you one button in your hand. Stars will come out and you're supposed to, every time you see a star, you click the button. That test will be done. And then the analysis will come out. You have clicked 48 but we showed you only 16 stars. अब इससे ज़्यादा stars दिख गए आपको, समझ में आ रहा है? But we have showed you 48 stars, you have clicked only 8. That means what? Every time a star dwindles and another star comes out, your eye is unable to pick up that change. ये night driving में हम test करते हैं. Like in night driving, sometimes you might see a lot of what you call light post. क्या हो गया? नहीं, कुछ problem है. You will see a lot of light posts. एक और संख्या घटने से एक और बैठने की जगह अच्छी होगी. So there are some light posts and many people who drive, they say that उसको एकदम Jesus Christ cross जैसा दिखना शुरू होता है, rays ऐसे. So we say multiple image formation. Those are also diseases. Then are you able to pick up the change immediately? Many people say, see, like in cricket they used to say Sunil Gavaskar's vision is so good, he never used to wear helmet. And a cricket ball has got 6 seams, 3 on this side, 3 on this side. So if you ask Sunil Gavaskar and you read his biography, he says, I have never read a book in a train. Has never read. And the West Indians say that he can look at the seam of the ball and he used to bat. बोलते हैं, eyes are very good. His perfection is very good. Why are other players not able to pick the ball? We played so late. मतलब ball इतना तक आने के बाद वो खेल रहा है, and the ball is coming at what speed? 150, 160. He's able to play without helmet. Throughout the year, life he has never wore helmet. Virender Sehwag is known for very good timing. Timing means what? How quick you pick up. His reflex is very fast. कोई आदमी फटाक से ब्रेक मार देता है, बातें करते करते जा रहा है लेकिन गाय देखता है ब्रेक आ जाता है, आप नहीं मार पाते हो, बस आप धक्का मार देते हो. So there are many diseases. Myopia and hypermetropia are very base level. Reflex. A commando is supposed to have very good reflex. Even when his eyes closed, your reflex has to be fast. Something moves. Are you able to understand? Some shiny object, किसी ने चम्मच हटा दिया यहाँ से, आपको समझ में आया? नहीं आया, ठीक है, चलो. तो myopia clear है? Let's see if you have left anything. So how do you correct myopia? A myopia is corrected by having a designated type of a concave lens, and this is what the optometrist goes on trying on your eyes. Better, better, abhi better, dono better, ye better, फिर दोनों खोल देगा, this is better. So after some time your reflex goes for a toss. नहीं नहीं, पहले वाला ही ठीक था, नहीं पहले वाला दीजिए, मैंने तो बदला ही नहीं है मैडम, वही है. And then he'll deliberately make you see bad. Because when humans see everything good, they do not realize what is good. When do you understand the pleasure of water? When you are very thirsty. When do you appreciate light? When you are in darkness. So आपको blur दिखाएगा वो थोड़ी देर बाद, देखना हमेशा ये क्लियर नहीं है, अब देखिए तो हाँ अभी एकदम परफेक्ट है, जैसे लाइफ मिल गया. That's what they do. And that's because otherwise there is no end of your desire to see better. एक जगह तो रोकना होगा ना टेस्ट को, ठीक है. So I'm seeing if I've left anything. Whole purpose of concave lens here is to reduce the converging power. Whole purpose. So once again, if you see the concave lens, what is the job? One way, the principle is this, but the job of the concave lens is to reduce the converging power. How do you reduce the converging power? By giving him more divergent rays. But ultimately what is happening? Ultimately the image is formed here, और इसी को आप देख रहे हो वहाँ पे near point से. Right? Myopia, short sightedness, done. Now let's do one mathematics based on this. Now you are an optometrist. ठीक है, और हम टेस्ट करते हैं, एक क्वेश्चन उठाते हैं. The far point of a person is 80 centimeter in front of the eye. So we have a person and his far point is how much? 80 centimeter in front of the eye. So let's draw the lens also out here and typical diagram. The far point कितना होना चाहिए उसके लिए? इंफिनिटी होना चाहिए. तो अभी कितना में है? 80 सेंटीमीटर. लफड़ा है, ठीक है. फार पॉइंट इज 80 सेंटीमीटर. व्हाट इज द नेचर एंड पावर ऑफ द लेंस रिक्वायर्ड टू करेक्ट दिस डिफेक्ट? सो वी नीड सम लेंस and we need to correct this defect, right? What is the lens formula? 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. Now the first question is, give me a minute, huh? The first question is, what do you take u out here? U is what? Object distance. If you are a normal person, where should the object be? Far point? Infinity. So it should be infinity. एंड 80 सेंटीमीटर फार पॉइंट आ गया, मतलब क्या है? 80 सेंटीमीटर में आप देख रहे हो क्लियरली. प्रॉब्लम को समझो. द फार पॉइंट ऑफ अ पर्सन, व्हाट शुड हैव बीन द नॉर्मल फार पॉइंट? इंफिनिटी. नाउ द फार पॉइंट हैज कम टू 80 सेंटीमीटर. मींस आर यू एबल टू सी एट 80? यस, दैट्स व्हाई यू आर सेइंग माय फार पॉइंट इज 80. नो, नियर फार तो यहां है ही नहीं. द फॉर्मूला इज जस्ट 80 इज योर इमेज डिस्टेंस. Because when we will try to fit that lens, the image has to fit here, na? ठीक है ना? And what is your object distance? 1 upon infinity. What is 1 upon infinity? What is 1 upon? Infinity is far point. That is the object distance. Where is the object actually at? At infinity. You are able to see only up till 80. Your far point is 80. That means, are you suffering from myopia? Yes. If you are not suffering from myopia, this far point should have been infinity. Your far point has come close. So what should be the object distance? If I am normal, I should be able to see far off. Infinity. What is 1 upon infinity? What is 1 upon infinity? Hey, trigonometry में क्या किया? 1 by 0 is what? 1 by 0 is what? Undefined. Undefined is known as infinity. So 1 by infinity is no, but 1 by infinity is how much? नहीं है, 0 होगा ना. बेवकूफी, वही तो बोल रहा हूं, आप सुन ही नहीं रहे हो. 1 upon 0 क्या होता है? Not defined. इसका दूसरा नाम है infinity. Not defined means infinity. अपरिभाषित. So what is 1 upon infinity? ये पूछ रहा था आपको. आप इसको भी कह रहे हो नॉट डिफाइंड. ये नॉट डिफाइंड है, ठीक है. सो प्रॉब्लम ले. तो कैसे प्रॉब्लम को करेंगे? नाउ यू आर ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट, यू आर लेंस कार्ड गाइस. कम ऑन, डू दिस प्रॉब्लम. सो व्हाट इज योर u? हाउ मच विल यू टेक द वैल्यू ऑफ u as? 1 upon infinity. Okay, what you will take the value of v as? No. -80. क्यों भूल जा रहे हैं साइन कर में? 1 upon 80. But when you start with your problem, u will be taken as what? Infinity. Sir, why didn't you take the value of u as minus infinity? Infinity is infinity. ठीक है. v का प्रॉब्लम कितना लेंगे? v लेंगे -80 सेंटीमीटर. ठीक है ना? u is this, and then try to solve the problem. Get your focal length now. Get the focal length. Anyone who has not understood this problem? नहीं है तो बोलो, छुपा के मत रखो प्लीज. इफ यू हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड, प्लीज आस्क. द प्रॉब्लम सेज दैट द फार पॉइंट ऑफ अ पर्सन इज 80 सेंटीमीटर. फोकल लेंथ इज हाउ मच? -80. नाउ यू, व्हाई आर यू मेकिंग योर फेस लाइक दिस? -80. खुद ही सोचो ना. व्हाट इज दिस पर्सन सफरिंग फ्रॉम? इज ही लाइक योर ब्रदर एंड सिस्टर? यस, यस. He's like one of you only, na? You are a myopic girl, so he is also a myopic person. Agreed. What is your eye power? Plus or minus? Always minus. इसका फोकल लेंथ कितना निकला? माइनस. तो इसका पावर भी माइनस आएगा. तो अपन ठीक है, क्या गलती है? बट अभी आपने फोकल लेंथ दिया है, बाजार में फोकल लेंथ नहीं चलता है, पावर चलता है। पावर निकालिए, पावर का डेफिनेशन क्या है? पावर इज 1 फोकल लेंथ, बट प्रोवाइडेड द फोकल लेंथ इज इन मीटर्स। व्हाट यू हैव कैलकुलेटेड इज सेंटीमीटर। छोटी छोटी जगह पे गलत हो जाओगे। Children, have you got the value of f as negative 80 centimeter? But you are an optometrist. You cannot say somebody that go and buy a lens of minus 80 centimeter. No, you have to give power to that person. So what is the power? Power is said to be 1/f, provided f is in meters. So it will be 1 divided by how much? 0.8. तो कैसे करोगे सर? नेगेटिव आता नहीं है, इसको 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करते, इसको भी 10 से करते, कितना हो गया? 10/8, 8 1 जा 8, 0.220, 8 2 जा 16, 440, 85 माइनस, अच्छा खासा अंधा है ये, minus 1.25 is the what? Minus 1.25 what? My head or your head? D, diopter. This is your power. So next time, like a student of science, if somebody tells you what is your eye power, don't go and say -1. -1 D, diopter. ठीक ना? प्रॉब्लम में दोबारा एक बार देखें, समझे? कुछ नहीं इसमें, लैंग्वेज में। एक आदमी मायोपिक है। अगर आदमी मायोपिक है तो कैसे समझ में आएगा? सर मायोपिक आदमी का फार पॉइंट इंफिनिटी नहीं होता है, इसका फार पॉइंट तो देखो 1 मीटर से भी कम है, अच्छा खासा अंधा है। दिस चाइल्ड कैन सी द ब्लैक बोर्ड ओनली व्हेन द ब्लैक बोर्ड इज 80 सेंटीमीटर अवे। 80 सेंटीमीटर इज इवन लेस देन 1 मीटर। 1 मीटर इज 100 सेंटीमीटर्स। सो बहुत ही मायोपिक है। एक खोल दोगे तो मैम आई कैन सी द बोर्ड, वैसा बच्चा है ये। नाउ यू नीड टू करेक्ट द विजन फॉर दिस बच्चा। In order to correct the vision for this bacha, we should not restrict only to the blackboard. He should be able to see even far beyond that. And what is that far beyond that? Sir, infinity. That is the object distance. An object kept at infinity should also be visible by this boy or girl. Where is the image right now being formed? 80. That's why he is able to see 80 पे correctly. 80, 80. 80 पे मजे से देख रहा है वो, तो इसको डालो and don't mess up with the signs. Infinity is infinity. But the 80 is always on this side of the lens, so we take negative. And then we find out. And if you, by calculating a myopic eye, you are getting the power as positive, then please understand you have gone wrong. A myopic eye cannot be corrected with a positive power. Positive means convex lens. Listening. Sir, I didn't understand what you are saying. Then go to the very basic of a concave lens. What is a concave lens? Focus. Rays which are coming parallel appear to diverge off, and when they are pulled back, they converge upon a point which is known as the focus. Such a focus is virtual, and the focal length will be negative because you are measuring this side. अभी भी डाउट है? देखो प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, यहाँ मेरे क्लास में सब कुछ समझ में आता है क्योंकि ब्रेन तुम लोगों का अच्छा है, पर इस दिमाग को बाजार में बेचे तो बहुत पैसा मिलेगा क्योंकि कभी इस्तेमाल ही नहीं करते हो, घर पे ये चीज नहीं पढ़ते हो। अभी सब समझ में आ गया। Now imagine had I started this class directly from myopia today, how langratmak your condition would have been if I would have not have revised what we. So this revision if you do from home and come, don't you think your strength will be better? I could have started from myopia directly. लफड़ा हो जाता फिर। ठीक है, क्लियर? डिजीज नंबर 2, चलिए हाइपरमेट्रोपिया। Still, if anybody has not understood, पेट में दबा के मत रखो। No. Any questions? Any more on myopia? No. चले आ जाइए। Our next disease is hypermetropia. Hypermetropia आपको बाद में पढ़ाते हैं, आपको पहले पढ़ाते हैं। नहीं, hypermetropia बेटर है पढ़ाना आपको। हाइपर metropia. This means far-sightedness. Far-sightedness, दूर को देख सकता है। सार्थक तू घर से सो के आया कर। Every day you yawn in class. What, today is the only day I didn't sleep? You should actually, if I compare my day and my work with your work, ना एक लेवल के बाद तुम्हें शर्मिंदगी हो जाएगी। ये इंजन इतना देर चल रहा है, तुम चल नहीं पाते हो। तुम्हारी उम्र में क्या जोश होना चाहिए? What is your age? Not even 15. Are you yawning like an old man? After your class, I'll be taking another one class, another theory class. And then when I go back home, maybe one or two discussion with home members, or my daughter might have one or two problems. हमारा जोश कहाँ से आता है यार? बेकार के काम करते रहते हो। Far-sightedness, can see the far, but not nearby objects. Now see, not nearby objects. So immediately you should catch up. Where is the problem? The problem is with the near point now. Okay, this is a near point issue case. Near point issue. Now let's first understand step by step. ये आदमी दूर के चीजों को देख सकता है, पास को नहीं देख सकता है. Means his near point is having some problem. Now we should ask ourselves, when we saw myopia, we said that the far point shifted towards the eye. Now near के चीज को नहीं देख पाता है, और नियर ले आया, देख पाएगा? अरे यहीं पे ही नहीं देख पाता, यहाँ थोड़ा दूर पे रखा तो देख पाता है. तो हाउ डज दैट पर्सन रीड? ऐसे नहीं पढ़ता, ऐसे पढ़ता. हाँ, फेबर कास्टल, व्हाइट बोर्ड मार्कर, बढ़िया से. सो व्हाट हैज हैपेंड टू द नियर पॉइंट? Shifted further away. That is the catchword. The near point issue. So we say the near point is shifted away from the observer. So the next question comes, sir, what about this person's LDDV? His LDDV will not be 25 centimeters. 30-40 कुछ भी है, जो भी है. So as long as the arm can stretch, and when the arm cannot stretch, he has a selfie stick which he stretches, so that way he is able to read. है ना? So the near point has shifted away from the observer. That means what type of a problem it is out here? Let's see. Okay, let's see the case. First, again, normal eye, you know. So we are trying to draw. Say, suppose if you are having far off things, when the rays are coming far off rays, then the rays will be what? Parallel in nature. Does the eye require heavy convergence? No, the eye does not require convergence. ये relaxed vision है. तो इस केस में क्या हो रहा है? The rays are going and meeting at the retina. This is easy, no issues. आगे क्या हो रहा है? There is another problem now. Now if you are having near objects, near rays will be what? Divergent. Now what is the demand of the lens? The lens should become more bulged, but the lens is not becoming bulge. ये problem है. कैसा कैसा बीमारी है देखो. तुम्हारे केस में लेंस को बल्ज नहीं होना चाहिए था, इस केस में लेंस को बल्ज होना चाहिए, पर ये लेंस बल्ज नहीं हो रहा है. तो फिर क्या करेगा? ये तो अपनी ही लेवल में बनाएगा. यहां पे बना रहा है इमेज. बेसिक को समझिए, आराम से पढ़ेंगे. वी आर ऑलमोस्ट लाइक डन. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड द फर्स्ट केस? इन द फर्स्ट केस, far off rays are coming, the lens is at a relaxed position, eye is relaxed, image is formed on the retina. When the object was brought near, that is stressed vision. Stressed means the lens should be more bulged, more convergence, because these rays are divergent rays. इन्हें और जबरदस्ती ऐसे करना है, हमारी आंखें कर ही नहीं पाती है. हमारी आंखें अपने रेट में कन्वर्ज करा रही है. तो भूतनी का कहां बन रहा है? यहाँ पे बन रहा है, दिख ही नहीं रहा है हमको. So what is the problem with your eye? Sir, the problem with my eye is that I am unable to converge the rays as needed. Where is the problem? Sir, my lens do not respond. So there's some problem either with your lens, ciliary muscles, whatever it is. So how to cure your problem? Convex lens बाद में. Curing is कुछ ऐसा कर दो सर ताकि ये रेज ना इतना डाइवर्ज नहीं आए, है ना. So problem is something is like this. See, I have a mixer grinder which can grind from say coriander seeds, धनिया from coriander level से grind कर पाता है. अखरोट ले आओगे तो ग्राइंड नहीं करेगा. या ब्रिंगिंग वॉलनट्स, मतलब नॉर्मल मिक्सी वॉलनट को भी ग्राइंड कर देना चाहिए, बट माई मिक्सी कैन नॉट ग्राइंड वॉलनट्स. इट कैन ओनली ग्राइंड फ्रॉम द लेवल ऑफ ब्लैक पेपर और कोरिएंडर सीड्स. बट आई नीड वॉलनट्स, सो व्हाट डू आई डू? सर, गो टू समबडी and first crush them and make them in the shape of pepper seeds and then bring it on my mixie. Then I'll be able to see. My lens does not become more convex. So what? So sir, put one more additional convex lens. And this ray which came, you make it less convergent. Right? Now it will make it form. This is the idea.
In myopia, we can understand, like, in hypermetropia, one thing I didn't understand is that your axillary muscles, they are already relaxed, right? So, unpe agar tension डालेंगे, तो they should be able to.
No, if you want to go by ciliary muscles drawing, then this clear होना है. चलो कोई बात नहीं. Let's see the drawing. This is your ciliary muscles, right?
Yeah.
Your lens, when you're seeing far off things, this is the condition of your lens. Your suspensory ligaments are absolutely tight. These are tight, and this one is relaxed. This one is tight, right? And this is slender, less convergence. जब भी आपको डाउट होता ना बेटा, पेन पेपर लेके आप खुद ये सब बनाया करो अपने साथ. लेस कन्वर्जेंस, मोर फोकल लेंथ. This is the condition, right? When you want to see something near, at that time the lens has to become like this, right? Right. So this particular muscle now gets stretched, and these are loose, and these are loose. Now what is happening? This is loose, right? What about this? This is stressed. This is stressed. So what you are getting? Greater convergence, less focal length. Have you understood? In case of hypermetropia, when the object is brought near to me, I am unable to put this thing. ये stress नहीं करता है. Means ciliary muscles should stretch on both sides, and the suspensory ligaments should become kamzor. Since you have raised the topic, so I will deviate a little bit, but it will make you understand. This condition will happen when you near from 37 to 40. ये होगा ही होगा आपका, क्योंकि ये मसल्स जो है बताया था ना, स्टिफ हो जाते हैं, स्टिफ. पर आपकी उम्र में कोई बच्चे हैं जिनको इस उम्र में ये बीमारी हो गई है. वकुल, look at Vakul's specs. If you look at the specs, you will find one child in your class, in your school, whose specs will be very thick specs, thick, and एकदम शाइन करता है. उसकी आंखें बड़ी बड़ी दिखेंगी आपको, डैजल करेगा पूरा. देख के समझ में आ जाएगा. Generally, very very studious boys are like that. Do you remember in Titanium there was a boy named Saishnu? Saishnu, हाँ, प्रवीणा अंडी. उसका चोटी भी रहता था थोड़ा सा. Saishnu का glasses are. He is suffering from hypermetropia at this age. So we call it hypermetropia when a person is suffering from it at a normal age. Means इस age से पहले भी अगर कोई इससे सफर कर रहा है disease, this disease is called as hypermetropia. This disease is right now suffered by Jaideep Das also. But since he has crossed in this bracket, for him this disease is known as presbyopia. ये भी हमें पढ़ना है, अलग कुछ भी नहीं है. मेरे लिए ये इसलिए हुआ है बिकॉज मेरा एज हो चुका है अभी, और मेरा ये मसल स्ट्रेच नहीं होता है. आपका ये मसल इजीली स्ट्रेच होता है, होना ही चाहिए. बट द साइशनोज एंड द अदर फेलोज, फॉर देम इट्स वेरी रेयर. अ चाइल्ड यूजिंग अ कॉन्वेक्स लेंस एट दिस एज विल बी वेरी रेयर. रेयर डिजीज है ये. बट मी यूजिंग एट दिस एज इज वेरी कॉमन. You will also use. No one can run away from this disease. Which disease? Presbyopia. No, 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 no. Presbyopia. Symptom is same. At a particular age when it should happen, when you cannot escape from it, this is a aging condition. This is a disease. दोनों के लक्षण एक ही है. ये एजिंग है, इससे आप मैं कोई नहीं बच सकता है. ये डिजीज है. ये आपको अभी नहीं होता है. देखो आप किसी मेरे क्लासरूम में कोई भी नहीं है जो इसके साथ है. And since you are suffering from myopia, you can always have that effort of fashion that you can go and have you call fiber glasses. Like these glasses are fiber glasses, very light. गिरेगा तो भी कुछ नहीं होगा. A child who is suffering from hypermetropia at this age, his plus power will be much more than even my power. He cannot afford to go for this fashion because convex lenses are thick. Fiber में उतना thick नहीं होता है. There will be भारी चश्मा. यहाँ पे नाक में ऐसे मार्क आ जाएगा. Yes, that is the point when you have bifocal. Your this one you will carry with you, and that one God will gift you. Nature will gift you. Then you will be wearing a lens. अच्छा, आज तो इसको और ज़्यादा नहीं पढ़ा सकते. So let's have some interest discussion. Then you will having a lens which is ऐसा वाला. Right. अभी इसको अभी 5 मिनट ये समझ लो. ये नॉर्मल बात है. हाइपरमेट्रोपिया आगे पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है. So myopia में what is our Zoe wearing? Concave, and that is for distant vision. So Zoe's this part is concave. Our Zoe is now 42 years old. मैं शायद हूँ भी कि नहीं पता नहीं दुनिया में. 42 years old. So now Zoe can't read a book. So the doctor has given her another pair of specs called reading glasses. Reading glasses, and she puts them like this. This is called that principal wala look. Ma'am, see the child is not doing. Let me sign off 2 papers, and I'm telling you, your child. So your this vision is okay, but our Zoe's this vision is not okay. She is having specs, so she can't do this fashion. So what she does, she takes a glass in which this is for the near vision, and in the optometrist language, this will be called as at power. This is the additional power that she has got. A person who is non-myopic will get only this chashma, and that is called reading glasses. ये check sign करेंगे, मेरा चश्मा ले आओ. Then only they use it, and they will use the specs like this because only for reading. ऊपर तो देख सकता हूँ. But you guys cannot wear one chashma. You will have 2 chashma. So this was the thing which my dad and all used to wear. This is a cheaper technology. पहले, and these are all made up of glasses and fiber both. This is comparatively cheaper. But if you look at me now, I have developed myopia also now. Now I have got a minus power also and a plus power also. But you don't see that arc in my lens. तो मेरा lens क्या है ना? मेरा lens है progressive. Progressive lens are ऐसे progress करता है. Plus 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 power, less plus less plus less plus minus 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 minus. That they do. No, you should ask how do I adjust to that. So whenever they will first give you this lens, जब आपको ये चश्मा पहले देते हैं ना, they'll tell you lens cart will say 20 days return time. First 10 days you need to adjust. जैसे आप यहाँ से देखोगे ना अलग दिखता है, यहाँ से देखोगे अलग दिखता है. And then you will slowly get it. First of all you will see stairs like this. धीरे धीरे adjust होता है. But the problem is, this is a costly lens. So once you buy this lens, one day the miser thought came in my mind, and I said next time, इस बार यार ज़्यादा खर्चा मत करो, ज़्यादा बच्चे नहीं मिले, so bifocal ले लेते हैं. So I ordered bifocal from Lenskart. Horrible. Once you are accustomed to this, you can never. It's like from mixer grinder you have been put to silpatta. You cannot do. So I wore it and I went on ORR to drive. When I speedometer alag dikhta hai, ye alag dikhta hai. The whole Zoe will see you in 2 to 3 shapes. On this now, more kharcha if you do, you can have chrysal layering, non-dust sticking, non-scratchable, non-breakable. नहीं टूटेगा, पैसा है उसमें. It will not break, no scratch, nothing. So it is more costly, absolutely light. So if you can, when you're having a bath, you can put shampoo on it also, nothing happens. You want more money, then we can have Blu-ray protection on it. ठीक है, वो और पैसा. Then you want it to be what is called like a sunglass, then we call it photochromatic. Photochromatic means silver bromide will be here. When I go in sun, this becomes dark. When I come back, it again will. तो जितना चीनी ऐड करोगे खीर उतना ही टेस्टी होगा, वैसा ही है. माइन इज नॉन फोटोक्रोमैटिक but non-dust, non-scratchy, and computer glare protection enabled. Because why, you ask? I am earning my bread because of two legs, hand, and this. No matter I can become more fat or thin, but this cannot go bad. If this goes bad, then I'm gone. So don't compromise with these two. Have you understood? So ये तो होगा, ये this is what you will land up with. So after we study hypermetropia in detail in next class, we'll study presbyopia, followed by the fourth disease, which is known as cataract. This also you cannot escape. This is clouding of your lens. Just in front of your lens, one white color dupatta has been put in front of your lens, clouding. Yes, and then that's called motia bind in Hindi. And then you have to remove that, and then they put artificial lenses on your eye, which you carry till your last day. Okay? So hypermetropia is what we will start with our next class. ये सब मजेदार चीजें हैं.